Here we have a new 2024 Chevy Suburban. This one is a 4-wheel drive model, comes in the LT trim level with the LT signature package. Summit white on jet black leather. For the powertrain, we get a 5.3 liter V8, made it to a 10-speed automatic transmission. So not a lot has changed as opposed to the 23 model. We have the 25 refresh coming soon. But as we come around to the front end here, we do get our LED headlamps, LED daytime running lights. Still a nice sophisticated front end look, I think. Coming around the wheels here, we get these 22-inch polished aluminum wheels, which look fantastic, especially with all the chrome throughout. Passive keyless entry on all 4 doors, power door lock controls, windows, memory seat functions, and then power mirrors that power fold, and we do have blind spot monitors in those. Plenty of storage in the door panel, 9-speaker Bose sound system, auto stop, parking brake, etc. We do have our 4-wheel drive controls and our drive modes we can go through there. Headlamp controls, power tilt and telescoping steering wheel, hood release. This one does have the all-weather floor liners, which I highly recommend. And then here's our power driver's seat with 2-way power lumbar support. And if you're interested in the tow figures, this can tow up to 7,500 pounds conventionally. But I have that seat up front adjusted for someone of my size, being 6'3" with longer legs. So let's check out this rear seat room here. So pretty great space back here. Seat back pockets are on both sides. Even though this one has the panoramic sunroof, still have an inch or so of headroom. 3-stage heated outboard seats, USB-C charge ports, 3-prong household plug-in, bottle holders, view of the front from back here. And there's that sunshade. Let's make our way to the 3rd row. And I can actually still sit behind myself relatively comfortably. So that's surprising. I can fit my longer legs behind this seat. Bottle holder and USB-C charge port on either side. Let's go ahead and get from back here. It's a little dark. And then we have a fuel filler there. And then to the back end, LED tail lamps. Trailer equipment's integrated there. Spare tire, exhaust. Let's go ahead and pop this lift gate. Big shout out to Chevrolet Buick GMC of Murfreesboro for allowing me to review this Suburban today. I'll leave a link below in the description. But plenty of space even behind the 3rd row. Top tethers are there. Household plug-in. I can power release the 2nd row, and then I can power fold up and down the 3rd row. So there's that. And then as we come back around to the rear passenger side, just hold that to fold it into the floor there. Then we can use that to pull it back or forth, and then hit this twice, and you can tumble it that way. Now before we check out the front passenger seat, let's just take a quick look at the window sticker. You all can pause anywhere you need to take a closer look at anything, but I'm mostly gonna focus on the packages and then the sticker price. So this has the LT Signature Plus package, includes quite a bit. And then we have the option 22-inch wheels, and then the bucket seats, as well as the all-weather floor liners. $75,640 is that sticker price. And then 15 highway, or 15 city, 18 highway for the fuel economy. Now front passenger seats here, power with 2-way power lumbar support. Seat, or the side pockets are on both sides here, and then a lockable glove compartment right in here. Now as we come back around to the front, I'm gonna pop the hood. And there's that 5.3 liter V8, mostly covered up there. Let's go ahead and hop in the driver's seat. So leather wrap steering wheel here. There's the horn. We can heat that there. Over here to the screen, we get that new Google Assistant system, or newer Google Assistant system, excuse me. AM, FM, XM, Bluetooth, Amazon, Alexa, etc. We have Google Maps with a subscription. Several camera views here. Front camera, backup camera, curbside views, trailer hitch views. And then we get dual zone automatic climate controls, which we can control from the screen or the buttons and knobs down below, with three-stage heated front seats, and then a USB-C, USB-A port, 12-volt wireless charging pad in there, and volume knob, home button. And then you can do your trailer light test if you so choose. And then in your settings here, you can change your language in the system settings here, and then you can also go through your vehicle settings here if you want to turn the teen driver on or off, mess with the rear seat reminder or the buckle to drive. Everything else pretty self-explanatory. There's a lot that's in there though. Hazards here, storage there, and then we have a push button shifter, so park, reverse, neutral, drive, low gear. We can toggle the manual shifts there, press P to park. Bottle holders are here. And here's the center console cubby space. We have a movable and removable tray, and then a USB-C, USB-A charge port duo there. Now up here, universal home remote, power liftgate controls. The third row, we can power fold that up or down here, and then our sunroof controls are here, on stars there. So I'm gonna slide this one touch. And while we're doing that, there's a look at the back seat from up here. And then that was one touch. And then we can one touch close it as well. Vanity mirrors here. Now back to the steering wheel, we have blinkers, high beam toggle, flash, and then we have automatic wipers, low, high, off there one time. Then we can use the fluid by pressing that in, and then we have our rear wiper here, intermittent on, and then pull back either way for that wiper fluid. And then we have standard cruise there. We can turn that on, cancel, set the speed, gap adjust for the forward collision alert. And then we have our mute, voice recognition, and these two arrows in the scroll bar can go through the center console, or not the center console, but the center stack right in front of me. So I can turn certain things on or off as I choose. Push button starts there. Finally, we have the key fob with remote start. And next, let's go ahead and take this 2024 Suburban LT Signature Plus out on the road for a test drive. So starting the test drive in the Suburban, the 5.3 does a pretty good job getting this thing up to speed. If you want just a bit more power, the 6.2 is nice, but I always say it's not a necessity for me. But it is a very nice engine to have. But the overall driving dynamics are pretty good for an SUV that's this large, this long, this heavy. But we're gonna go ahead and just give it a bit of throttle getting on the interstate here. Here we go. So not flooring it by any means, but giving it a pretty good pull to merge here. Now these 22s, just a tad bit of road noise here. Feeling it just a little bit in the steering wheel, but the ride quality itself is not suffering. But with these bigger, heavier wheels, that's just what comes with it. But I love the look of these so much. It really doesn't make that big of a deal to me. I'd take them all day. But what's neat about the Suburban, I think, is you get something that's relatively easy to drive. Now the fuel economy is borderline awful. You can get a little bit better on the Expeditions, I think. But I mean, you get a tow capacity of 7,500 pounds. And you get a V8 that sounds good, that gets up to speed relatively nicely, and then you have so much cargo space in the back whether you have 7 passengers altogether or not, which is great. And then there are also many ways to configure that third row and the second row so you can maximize seating capacity as well as cargo capacity. Now for this price point, at just a little under $76,000, I hate that we don't have adaptive cruise control, but not really a big deal, I think. But we're missing cooled seats. We have the sunroof. I test drove an RST right before I did this one just to compare. And I'd probably take that RST just because it had the adaptive cruise there. And these wheels, these are a $2,000 option. So that had a lot to do with the difference in price. And compared to the RST wheels that you get stock, I would just take that over the LT and getting the Signature Plus package, because you get pretty much the same in terms of your features with a $1,000 cheaper luxury package on the RST. But I do think there's something to be said for this LT Signature Plus, just because the chrome wheels look great. All the features that you get with that added package, it's just, this feels more luxurious. And though the RST is more sporty, I do think that this looks better. Now, I wouldn't necessarily pay the extra $2 grand and then not have adaptive cruise. That's my only thing. But a lot of people don't like adaptive cruise control anyway. And if that's you, I'd definitely take this, because that's the only thing I'm missing with how that RST was spec'd as opposed to this LT here. But another big shout out to Chevrolet Buick GMC of Murfreesboro for allowing me to review the Suburban today. And then if you're looking for the best deal in your area on a Suburban, or really any new vehicle, take a look at the link below and you can get you a new car quote, and just make sure you're getting the best price before you go shopping at all these dealerships. So, but I like the Suburban. Can't wait for the 25 refresh, but this one is still very, very nice. And with all that being said, this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2024 Chevy Suburban LT Signature Plus.